So I need to talk to you guys about it because honestly, it's getting friggin' ridiculous now. I was just looking at the news the other day. We've got friggin' the economy turning on its head. We've got inflation rates out of control. Europe can't pay its friggin' energy bills anymore because they're so expensive. And then you've got the government in the corner who just lock you down for years and then turn around and start printing loads of money so the people all have to eventually pay in one way or another. And I was just like, this is a crazy, crazy situation, right? And I was looking on some news articles and they were just like, you should be scared. Very, very fearful, keeping the fear in the people. And when you keep fear in the people, you end up putting them in the box and telling them they cannot escape. And that is so dangerous advice basically to do to anyone, particularly like the general population as well. There's actual studies where animals have been kept in boxes with no friggin' tops on them so they can easily jump out. But because they believe they can't jump out, they just keep themselves in the box. We are not that different from animals. In fact, we are animals, right? So make sure that you stay away from the news. And I mean that from like the bottom of my heart. Stay away from the news. It's fear-mongering. It's telling you there's a box out there around you that you cannot escape. You are caged. You are trapped. Fear, fear, fear. Scare, scare, scare. Right? And it's just terrible. And I was looking through some of the advice on YouTube about like the incoming recession and all this, and if it's here right now. And honestly, the advice was trash. I was sat in a Tai Lopez call the other week, and he was just saying that basically that do not listen to any people who don't have like a reputation of being able to actually either have like a good business or have a reputation of like having wealth or something like this. Do not learn from your next door neighbor about how to make money because they're living on the same street as you, right? And it just made me think that like we've got so much friggin' trash advice out there. It's not helping anyone. We're in this economy which is friggin' crumbling. And the best way for you to actually help yourself is to help yourself, honestly. But first you have to acknowledge that people just want you kind of trapped here. They want you in like the little scared box, right? They don't want you to thrive. The only person that you want to thrive is yourself. And if you don't bat for yourself, you're going to get nothing, right? You're going to get nothing. No one's going to support you. You're going to get absolutely nothing. So first things first is you need to bat for yourself. Secondly, understand that the world is what you make of it. And if you've got no money right now, there are other people on the planet who have had no money and produced money as well. And if you're stuck behind an obstacle, just think about all the people that have got over this obstacle. But what I friggin' hate is the fact that like news sources, media are just pumping like a propaganda machine. Be scared, be scared, be scared. Don't do this, don't do this. Watch out, this could happen. Oh, we're coming up to these big events in history. Everyone's gonna better batten the hatches down because you're all gonna, get scared. There's nothing we could do in this situation. Helplessness, 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 right? Your life is what you make of it, right? But you need to decide that, like, you're sick of that stuff, right? And, you need to actually decide that you can do something with your life. You can make something more of your life. Don't let any people tell you what you can and can't do in terms of like the media. Don't let people scare you out of like accomplishing your dreams or, setting goals for yourself as well. It's just a friggin' mad world, man. I was looking at it, I was like, how about we just pump something like positive, right? Like all the events that have happened over the last 2 years when Ukraine went to war, it was suddenly like these events never existed again. They just switched from one aspect of fear, 2 years, you can't do this, fear, to suddenly then like, oh, war, nuclear war, oh, watch out, everyone. And everyone's in this state of like fear and anxiety. And I think that you need to understand that in this world we're living now, like these media companies, these people that basically control everyone's eyes, like control like 99% of the masses, if you let it in, it eventually gets to you. So I recommend you just completely switch off your TV, stop reading the newspaper, stop reading, news outlets and things like this. But second of all, like people in fear and panic, if you end up letting it in, like it's paralyzing. You can't do anything about it. These companies are not incentivized to give you good news. And you know why? It's because we seek fear and danger as evolutionary more than we seek kind of pleasure. We're constantly looking out for fear. Oh, what can attack us? Think back to like caveman times, right? Where the average age, where we used to just get killed by predators and things like this. They are not incentivized to actually give you good headlines that make you feel good, that make you feel confident. They are literally incentivized to make sure you are reading these headlines with the worst possible clickbait, with like the worst possible like content in the article telling you, don't get out the box. You naughty person, don't get out the box. You should be scared. You should be afraid right now. You should be afraid right now. During the last events of 2 years, that I can't even say the name of on YouTube, by the way, because there's massive rumors that basically you get shadow banned. Like your video will just get no views if you say anything about it. So during the event of that, whilst everyone was like, the economy's crumbling, everything's going wrong, watch out, scare, there was like the biggest wealth transference in like history, right? Because people out there were picking up on essentially, this is how you make money, right? Everyone's scared. You make money when people are scared, right? Like Amazon stock shot up like 30%. People made tons of money in crypto. And these were just the people that didn't listen to the media and, news sources. And the reason why it's inspired me for this conversation today is because I have actually, watched a family member recently who is so stuck on like news. And it's sad. It's very sad that they are like so scared that they, have backed out of things. They have shot themselves in the foot on like multiple opportunities. They've not made like any movement because the world is about to come crumbling down around them. Do not let things like this affect your beliefs and affect how great you can be, and just affect your potential, because that is the saddest thing in the world. Bit of a rant from me today, but I hope you guys got something out of it, honestly. Probably a bit of an incoherent rant, but, I'm annoyed, man. I'm annoyed that this affects people so much, and there's nothing that we can really do about it other than just try and educate people that, look, you are in control here. You don't have to listen to all this stuff. You don't have to live in fear. You don't have to live in anxiety all the time, Anyone can drop a nuclear bomb on the world at any point, right? We just don't. And we haven't done. So step out of the fear, okay? Don't listen to it.